Good morning and welcome to this week's issue of Instant Replay with Dave Garner. Dave has some prior commitments this morning and could not make it, and I'm Luther Kinsey filling in for him. Had a busy weekend of sports, high school football season winding down for the regular season and playoffs getting ready to start. So we've got an action-packed show for you today. BKP is going to be in shortly in segment 2 to update you on the Team FYN Sports Game of the Week. We're going to talk some playoffs, and we're going to talk some breaking news that happened on Friday. Was coaches change in our local area here. Like I said, we've got some college stuff to cover. We've got some cross country, and we're going to, break down the playoff situation more later in the show. But right now, let's get to it. Josh, how you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing all right. Just recovering from that long Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday was a long day. We were at Pickens High School for the Mountain Football League Super Bowl. 13 hours, I believe it was.
Yeah, a little over 12 hours.
Well, I'll tell you, we saw some great football from 6U up to 11U from local teams in the area. And while we're on that subject, I'm going to just touch base and let you know and give a shout-out to these guys that won the Super Bowl championship in their respective ages. White County took the 6U championship. East Hall had the 7U championship. 8U went to Fannin County. 9U went to our own Gilmer Bobcats. The 10U age group from the Mountain Football League went to Pickens. Pickens went undefeated through the entire season and the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. They were scored on one time the entire year, and that came on the first drive of the Super Bowl game against Lumpkin. And speaking of Lumpkin, let's give them a shout-out for the 11U Super Bowl champions. I want to give a shout-out to the Mountain League Football organization for having us there. It allowed us the opportunity to be able to live stream it on FYNTV.com. These games are archived on there, so you can also still watch those games. Just go to FYNTV.com, click on the on-demand button, and you can find it right there. All right, moving on, let's go over the last week's football scores. As I said, on the intro there, that the regular season for the 2018 Georgia High School football has come to a close. We've got some North Carolina football update real quick. Murphy Bulldogs beat Cherokee 49-28. Back in Georgia, we had Blessed Trinity 42 over White County 7. Haralson County 55 over Murray 29. Great Atlanta Christian 37 over Fannin 14. East Hall and Lumpkin, great ball game, 32-31. Final score in favor of East Hall there. Dawson in overtime to get the number 2 seed in Region in 7 AAA, 17-10 over the Trojans of North Hall. North Murray 23, Sonoraville 0. Lafayette 34 over Gilmer 14. Pickens and Towns both had bye weeks. And, of course, coming up shortly, we'll have BKP highlighting the game of the week for Team FYN Sports. It was Rabun and Union, and Rabun took that win 56-28. Union was really looking for to go 10-0 there in the undefeated season, but they ran into a buzzsaw there with Rabun, and we'll cover that more when BKP gets in. We've got some cross-country stuff to talk about later in the show. Like I said, the breaking news, kind of a changing of the guard, which we haven't had in quite a few shows here. Coming up later as well, BKP will also be discussing some of that with me as well. Real quick, let's run over some basic, national news. We've got Falcons with a big win over the Redskins. We got UGA had a win over Kentucky, 34-17, and they will return to the SEC championship game against Alabama. We have Georgia State fell to Texas State, 40-31. Josh, I know you don't want to hear this, young man, but Georgia Southern falls to Louisiana Monroe, 44-25. Reinhardt took a win, 54-30 over St. Andrews, and Kennesaw State, 49-0 over Campbell. Josh, I know you said you didn't really want to talk about this, and I know you're a big Southern fan, but I didn't have an opportunity to watch the game or get any stats. Help me out with some of the stuff on the game there, if you will.
Basically, it was just a trap game for us. We came off that huge win against App State last week that I was at, and the next biggest game on the schedule is this upcoming game against Troy. It's just a classic trap game. In between two big games, you go in feeling a little overconfident. a lot of national spotlight fell on us last week. We had the chance to be ranked for the first time ever by the AP poll. College Game Day was looking at coming there this upcoming week. Our cornerbacks were getting national attention as being in the top 5 corners in the country. So a lot of attention came that I think might have just gotten their heads a little bit, and they went in unprepared. Just got out-coached a little bit too. So they'll bounce back. We're still able to win, the conference, and we're still in control of our own destiny. So we're okay.
I'll tell you, that game against Troy is a big game. Troy's got a stout program.
Yeah, I'll be there. So
you'll be there. Well, we look forward next week to letting you chime back in with some more insights.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. One last score from the college ranks: Georgia Tech 38, North Carolina 28. Tell you, North Carolina put up a fight. It was 28-10 Tech, and the Tar Heels fought back with 18 points to tie it at 28-28. And late in the fourth quarter, the Tech offense sprung a couple very huge runs, put some touchdowns on the board there and a field goal from the walk-on freshman kicker to really put the game out of reach for the Yellow Jackets. So that was good. All right, well, we're going to come to our first break, and just on the other side, and starting the second quarter, we're going to have BKP in here to discuss the Team FYN Sports Game of the Week and what the outcome of that is for the Union Panthers as far as the playoff picture. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
The model year end clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year end discounts are huge, but the
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
You want to go to Gilmer first?
Yeah. Welcome back to Instant Replay, segment 2. I'm here with BKP. Appreciate you joining us.
I'm glad to be here.
We're going to go start off first with some news.
You're not Dave.
I am not Dave. I am Luther Kinsey filling in for Dave.
That was a trick.
I know. You was messing with me. Well, I don't have the hair or the cheekbones, and just I've got, as I told Dave the other day, I've got a face for radio.
Okay, well then let's continue this radio broadcast. Luther, first of all, let's start out. I appreciate you filling in for Dave. He had a prior commitment today, and it's almost to a close, but it's not, because I think we're going to get to see a couple more weeks of football. If in some cases, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But
I believe so as well.
But let me start out with, first of all, the Gilmer High School football program. Now, Friday we learned Friday from that head coach, Gilmer Bobcats head coach Casey Wingard had resigned, effective immediately his responsibilities as head football coach for the Gilmer Bobcats. Now, facts are facts, because if you go look this up, this is what it says. So what the facts say, and there's some other reasons for. Right. There's facts and reasons for. Right. The fact is the Gilmer Bobcats are 0-30 in the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. The fact is head coach Galt was 0-3 before leaving the program. Casey Wingard took over as a positions coach, the head coaching responsibility, 3 years ago, and he is 0-27.
Correct.
Facts. There's a lot between here and here. That's 30 weeks of football, but that's not just 30 games. Right. When you hear 0-30, Luther, you are not looking at 30 football games. You are looking at 3 seasons of weight conditioning, 3 seasons of spring practice. You're looking at 3 seasons of summer practice. You're looking at recruiting in the hallway. You're looking at going through the hallway and trying to get the kids to come play. You're looking for enthusiasm. There's 3 years of, so the record books show Gilmer Bobcats holding right now the longest continuous losing streak in high school football.
Correct.
Second shows 0-30 in 3 years, and it shows Coach Wingard 0-27. But the facts and the results, or the cause of, are two different things. So what I decided to do and what we decided to do here at Team FYN Sports is give the Gilmer Bobcats a couple weeks to respond. I understand sources tell me there's some things already going that would change the direction of the program, some things already going that would be positives, the things going that people will be happy to hear or they have been waiting to hear. So I'm hearing that. Okay, so this is my Jay Glazier moment, you know what I mean? My inside sources, right? But my inside sources says some things the wheels are turning, some things that many fans have been wanting to hear or think the program needs to change and go in this direction are getting ready to happen. Okay. So we're going to wait. Now, I had thought about coming out and maybe putting some stuff out concerning the program, but decide, you know what? These people need just a little time and fairness to them, but we will report here what's going on. I will report why I think the program got to this point, but I thought I would wait and see if I could see where it's going to see if they've turned the corner.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you were talking just a moment ago about 30, the seasons and every week what they go through. You also have to take into effect that, he's there every weekend. Saturday going over film, coaches meetings and things of that. So you have to add in the weekend stuff as well. That just, according, and I've got the official statement here. I'm going to read it real quick. This is from Coach Wingard as he presented it to the school board and the high school. This is due to family obligations with 4 children under the age of 4 and our commute each way. I feel I can no longer give my time or commitment required for this role.
And that's what he told me on the phone when he called to let us know here at FYNTV.com and Team FYN Sports. When he called Team FYN Sports to let me know that he had made that decision, he had met with the principal and the superintendent of schools to give his resignation. Now, he will teach out the year. Let's be clear. He's going to teach out the year. He's not gone. He will also attend the banquet. He will finalize things with the football players, attend the banquet, so on and so forth. But I thought what we would do instead of, because the one thing that we don't want to do here is be a negative on the program.
Right, most definitely.
And, I can take the opportunity to say what I want to say, but then am I being positive for the kids? Because that's our focus, and we want to stay focused on the children.
Most definitely.
They're good young men, but they're kids. Right. And I want to say something while I got your attention. This says what our focus is. Luther Kinsey here had the toughest job. Some might not like my comments. He had the toughest job for the last 10 weeks. It's a hard job to cover a team that's not winning. It's hard to continue to stay positive, continue to write on the upside, continue to be encouraging. But the one thing I know, Team FYN Sports has not turned against the Gilmer Bobcats one day in the 30 games, one day in the 3 years. We have given the total support that we made a company commitment, and that is what we say at the end of every show. Team FYN Sports always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. So for all 30 years, I made sure all 30 weeks in 3 years, I made sure that I sat down with the Bobcats every Wednesday night or sometime during the week, and I made sure that I encouraged them, and I made sure we talked in a positive way about football, and I love those guys. I love Coach Wingard, great friend of the show here, great friend at Team FYN Sports, good man, good coach. Hey, I know what the stats say. He's a good coach. Kids love him. We do too, and we love the kids. So we made a decision not to turn against the Bobcats, so we're asking you to do the same thing. Don't turn on them. Let's give them a chance to turn the corner. So that's really all I got to say on that.
Okay. Well, let's move right into the game of the week. Last Friday night, I believe Rabun hosted the Union County Panthers.
Well, for our Union County friends out there, Panther viewers, please do not get upset with me. I'm asking that in advance. I'm asking in advance. But Luther, I'm going to tell you, we're in our 9th year. Team FYN Sports in our 9th year, and Union. When we started covering Union a couple years back, we brought them on board, covering them. Love Coach Allison. Going to do a show tonight. Love the kids up there. But when we brought them on, they were playing in 3A Region 7.
Right.
So that fit our model. 3A Region 7, Lumpkin County, we follow them. Fannin County, Dawson, we're set, right?
Right.
Now, Gilmer and Pickens, they're in 4A Region 6. So my knowledge of state teams really don't go a whole lot further than 4A and 3A because I live that. I enjoy it. When Union went to play down to 2A, which was a great move, and it was the best move for the team and the athletes, okay, altogether. But when they went to play down 2A Region 8, I don't know these teams. I don't know Social Circle. Right. I don't know Monticello. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the 2A region is scattered.
And I don't know them. I have not followed them. But all I heard about was Rabun. All I heard about was going and watching a football game in Tiger, Georgia, and watching Rabun. I'm going to tell you something. From the time you get out of the car, the football atmosphere, it's in the air.
It is.
It's in the bleachers. It's in the people taking the tickets. It's in the music in the air.
Right.
In the warm-up, it is. They are ready to play football on Friday night in Rabun, Tiger, Georgia. Tough place to go in and get a win. Tough place. I mean, I heard about Elbert, and I did not get a chance to go down to Elbert with the Panthers, and the Panthers beat Elbert this year 28-27.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to go down there. I hear a lot about that atmosphere. But Rabun, from the time you get out of the car, this place is set up to play, watch football.
It is.
And you're not going in and stealing a win from these guys.
And, Coach Lee Shaw came over from Flowery Branch. He brought that with him from Flowery Branch. Rabun County officiating for many years, had several ball games up there. The atmosphere changed when that coach stepped into that role. And it is the most dominating atmosphere you can come across as far as high school football around here.
Well,
yes, you're right.
The Panthers met that. What was the final score there?
Final score 56 for Rabun, 28 for Union.
56-28. And let me tell you something, okay? Do you have that highlight? And I'm really going to kick myself for not having the end of this catch. But I'd like to run the highlight and then explain it to you. Okay, and what is his name, number 7 again?
Alec Scott.
Okay, if you can tell where my camera is, I watched Alec, and I could see right from the snap, he had a laser beam on that quarterback's eyes. He was set waiting for that. You could see the way he intercepted. He was waiting. He knew it was coming. He stepped right in front of it. And from the time of the snap, I'm standing there with the camera, and from the time of the snap, I'm watching him, and I'm like, whoa, he's got a beat on this. I mean, I know it's an interception before.
I love that feeling.
I know it's an interception before this guy throws. He caught this quarterback, number 14. He's a freshman over there in Rabun's eyes, and he stepped in front of that and gone. Now, my apology, folks, because then short me and everybody jumping up and down, and I'm trying to get up like this. I'm videoing the sky, and I don't get back to him until they're down around the 5-yard line, so I can't show you where the flag is. That's where I'm getting to the bad news. So supposedly, there's a push in the back by a Union Panther player on one of the Rabun players. Supposedly, okay? All indication, not the best call. Sorry there, official. I got to be careful.
Okay.
I'll try to dance around that.
That's quite all right.
This guy, you have the Panthers they already scored a touchdown here. Now, when you see this interception, the Panthers are already up. They stopped Rabin in the first drive. Stopped him in the first drive. I mean, big stop. Shut them, turn the ball over on downs. Okay? They come back. Pearson Allison, fast offense. They march downfield. They're in there. It's 7-0. I mean, you look up the scoreboard, it's 7-0. So now what you're seeing is the second drive of the night with the Raven Wildcats, okay? So Union's pumped up. They got the momentum. This kid, Alex, steps right in front of that thing. He's gone. He's on the 5-yard line. He's down. So you either have the Panthers first and goal from the 5, or you have the Panthers first down from Rabin 45.
That's a big change.
That's right. And with that flag, I think the Panthers were pulled back to the 40, and Rabin made the stop.
Right.
And that changed the momentum of the game.
Yeah.
That one play.
Yeah. And the block in the back.
Now the Panthers. Now I got to also say where I'm at it. Coach Allison came out of his shoes.
I can't imagine that.
Huh?
I can't imagine that.
I think they had to go to the locker room and get him another set. I say that lovingly. He come out of his shoes. I got away. I made it down the other side of the field, and I mean he come out, and I think he was. I think he was so close that official probably gave him a breath mint, thinking you need a breath mint. He went back to the sideline, decided he wasn't done. He came back, and I'm like, oh, please don't not another flag, not another.
Right.
But he come out of his shoes, and he was livid all night. Changed the tone. Now, I have a lot of pictures and highlights. I'm going to be doing that, the sounds of the game. I'm going to be putting those up. We did have something going on Saturday, so I apologize. We are going to be doing our final game right there. There's our 4 captains from the other night. You can filter in any kind of picture if you have one. Just go in there while I'm talking about it. But we're going to be doing our final Panthers playback tonight. That'll be at Circuit World at 6:30, Luther. We're going to have senior night. I already told Coach Allison. He said he's working on getting as many seniors as he can.
Great.
So we're going to have that tonight. That'll be our final night. But I'm telling you right now, they played well. The Panthers played well. But then the second half, Rabin came out. And you have to call it like it is. I can't leave numbers out. But up front for Rabin, number 44, 50, and I think 58, 54, 50, and 44.
I think so, yeah.
Those 3 guys up front, they're going to keep your whole line busy.
Right.
I mean, you have to those 3 guys, and they are amazing, and they put so much pressure immediately from the snap that Rabin's team has enough time that their secondary can come up and make tackles like you would not believe.
Right. Well, and that was a concern in conversation about how the O-line was going to handle those 3 guys being so fast.
Yes.
And
those 3 guys. But what was the final score there again one more time?
56-28.
56-28 does not reflect. But let's say this. Let's move past that. We have a Panther team that is 9-1.
Right.
We have a Panther team that's 9-1, finished second. And what was on the line the other night? Both teams were 6-0 in the region. That's 2A Region 8.
Right.
Both teams were 6-0. The other night, Rabin Wildcats. They got their region championship. What?
Go ahead. Let me finish.
Oh, no, region championship. They got the region championship. The Panthers, they're number 2 in the region, and they both will host a playoff game. So this Friday night, who's coming to town to play?
Bremen will come to Union County. They are the number 3 seed out of, I believe it's 5.
Okay, so Bremen will come up to Union County Friday night. Mm-hmm. You're going to be there. You're going to handle that one. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
And I know we've talked about it, and you talked about it, our friends at FYN, and they went down, had a tough loss at GAC, but they're going to be headed over where to Calhoun Friday night. They're playing a game 11.
That's it.
And you know what? They can just, they don't need to have no breaks. No breaks. Don't put no breaks on, just play, right?
Well,
everybody's talking. I talked to Coach Cheatham Saturday at a booth, and some people saying one and done going to Calhoun. They can play wide open. Friday night, just wide open, and do it.
Right. Well, if Calhoun was guaranteed the win, there'd be no need to play the game. So
Exactly.
Fannon's going to go over there. They're going to put every bit of their heart and soul in it. They're going to do their best. And, hey, if they come home with a loss, they have done something this year that has never been done.
Those 9 seniors have set a standard.
Yes.
Period. Now I want to say also the real quick, we have our Pickens Dragons. They'll be playing white. I think I have it on video, Josh. I think I have it on video. I might have to play it, but I might wait till the game's over. But I think I have the other day, Saturday, Josh. Don't I have Coach Parker saying I was right a couple times? I think I have it on video. I think I got it recorded. Coach Chris Parker down there at Pickens Dragons says, Brian gave us a hard time. He said, you know what he said he's going to do all week? You weren't up there, remember, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to go through the field house. He's going to remind those kids all week long that BKP said that they scored 35 on you. BKP said, and I was like, oh gosh. So
Coach Parker will do that.
Well, White County did put 35 points on the scoreboard.
They did.
And Coach Parker admits that you don't want to play a team the second time in a year,
right,
because they know you and you know them, but they know you. They've seen you. Their kids are not going to be intimidated by you. Maybe it's the first game. Wow. So White County is a 4. White County Warriors is a 4, and they will be down at that field Friday night. I could go on and on. I don't want to hold you up. Right.
Not holding me up at all. I love having you in here.
Well, it's 11:41. Probably have to go to break, and then.
Well, two more quick notes actually on the playoff brackets for this week. Dawson will host Haralson County.
Okay.
Coming in as the number 2 seed. They beat North Hall in overtime to earn that 2 seed last Friday night. And North Murray, coming in as the 4 seed, will travel to GAC as the number 1 seed on Friday.
We wish you well at North Murray. That's all we can say.
Yes, we
do.
do.
We wish you well. If you're going to Calhoun, North Murray, Mount Pisgah, whatever it is, Pius or whatever.
Mount Pius.
Yeah, Mount Pius. We wish you well. Okay.
Well, either way.
Have a safe trip home.
That's it.
That's all I know that might be.
Not only teams in our coverage, but teams across the state, if you've made it to the playoffs as the 1 seed or the 4 seed, congratulations.
Quit hitting this table. Our fans out there, we get in trouble for hitting the table.
I was a defensive guy in high school. I'm a hands man. I can't help it.
I think Luther's going to take a break, but I want to make a quick note on the Mountain Football League Super Bowl this last weekend. All 6 games, they're on YouTube, FYN TV, Fetcher News YouTube channel. They are on FYNTV.com, all right, FYNTV.com. You can just click on demand, and they're there. It's about 11 hours, but we are posting the individual games. We're starting that today, all the individual games and highlights from the games, pictures and everything. So we'll have that up, so go to our Team FYN Sports page. Keep an eye on that for Mountain Football League. One of the games we have all to go through. We have Fannin winning 1, and Fannin winning the 8U, and Gilmer winning the 9U, and Pickens winning the 10U. East Hall with the 7U, and White County with the 6U. I have to tell you that Lumpkin won the 11-year-old. That was a football game under the lights.
Yes, it was.
I was sitting in the box thinking myself, and I was actually telling RJ Casey, RJ, great shout out to you for doing a good job broadcasting all day, but I was telling RJ, we were watching Saturday night, we were watching the Friday night game in about 3 years in 3A Region 7.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, Lumpkin's in 3A Region 7, Fannon's 3A Region 7, and I enjoyed all the games. There's not a game here I did not enjoy, but the matchup for me was that Lumpkin-Fannin. Now, Lumpkin came away with the W, all right? Fannin played a great football game, and I was thinking, oh, my God, we're watching these are 6th graders. So we're about 4 years away of watching this matchup, 4 and 5 years away of watching this matchup on a Friday night.
Well, I'll tell you, you've mentioned several times about how Pickens has the feeder program. You got the one athletic director that covers the youth as well. I'm not sure if Lumpkin has that same scenario, but this 11U team held true to Coach Shane Williams' play design. They ran the ball. They pounded the ball
They
all
did.
night
And
long.
their defense was tenacious. Man.
It was.
I got to get out and give you your final segment, but I want to say Mountain Football League Super Bowl 2018. Thank you very much to each and every team that was involved. Thank you to Mountain Football League. All that are involved there with that, the president, vice president, board members, everything. Don't want to leave anybody out. I want to give a big shout out to Team FYN Sports and FYN TV and Flash Media Marketing. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do a little bit of bragging. If you watch the production there, we had all the rosters on the big screen. We had all the helmets on the big screen. We had somebody on the field. We had the officials mic'd up. That was a great production there. Just I want to say to our staff, from me, awesome job from inside getting everything ready. All the kids, all the winning teams, the kids on the winning teams went home with T-shirts. All of them went home with little prizes from I don't want to leave Arby's. Every kid got a free slider but me. Anyhow, but I want to thank everybody at Team FYN Sports. So if you're out there and you're a park and rec director or high school, middle school, and you'd like to talk to Team FYN Sports, not about just broadcasting, marketing your events. So keep that in mind. If you like the Super Bowl, we totally marketed that product out there, and it's a success. And I read on the earlier show, we had thousands watching, number one. And number two, Luther, I got a message from somebody that said they could not have family there that watched. And then somebody followed up with a message and said they had family in Colorado and California.
Wow.
So we had many states.
That's awesome.
That we were able to have grandma and grandpa. I'm going to get out. You go to break because I could talk it all day.
Yeah, well, appreciate you being with us. We're going to go to a quick break here before we come back with some cross-country news. Josh, take us out.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
The model year end clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year end discounts are huge, but the
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Welcome back to Instant Replay with Dave Garner. Once again, Luther Kinsey filling in for Dave, who had some prior commitments today and couldn't be with us. Dave, can't wait to see you back next Monday. It was great to have BKP in here and just highlighting the kids, the athletes. As he said on Coach Wingard and the Gilmer football program, I'm behind him 1,000% on that. Let's not give up on these Bobcats. Let's stay with them. Let's give them the opportunity to turn the corner. And of course, we naturally wish Coach Casey Wingard the best in his endeavors as he moves forward. Great man. It's been an honor to be able to cover not only his team, but him as well. Several great conversations with him. Coach, I hate to see you go, but understand your prior commitments, or your family commitments, rather. And we just wish you the best from Team FYN Sports. Real quick, we've got just probably less than 10 minutes to go here, but I want to touch on some cross country that happened over the weekend. The state meet over in, I believe, Carrollton. Highest boys finisher